extremely upsetting apocalyptic dreams all the time.
What are they like? Can you like describe a few of them to me?
Yeah, I have them all the time, almost every night. And I kind of want to study this because I've had a few conversations with friends about dreams and how they affect them. I don't know what you feel like. When you have a bad dream, you usually wake up, maybe not in the middle of the night with a cold sweat, but like in the morning you feel like you've been affected or drained.
Completely. And they're also like, I had a dream lately of this like weird like lizard thing living by my refrigerator. It was like, but its head, this is so amazing. It was a pencil eraser. And it's totally about my right. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But like really, its head was like a pencil eraser and a pencil. But it was so like the lizard sleeping near my refrigerator. So like it upset me all day.
Maybe that's a feeling of guilt that you don't want anymore.
Something like that, or something I want to come out that hasn't yet, or something. Definitely. But tell me about yours.
Well, they're just
like what happens in them.
For the most part, they never stop. It's continuous action through the entire night. It's always in the future. It's always at least 20 to 30 years in the future, but for some reason Frances is still a small child. She never grows to be more than maybe 4 or 6 years old, you know. And I'm always protecting her and Courtney. It's really weird, and it's always because of I guess because of my lifestyle now that I'm supposedly well off financially. I'm a lot less well off than a lot of people think, but I'm always in a position of living in this privileged part of the city. A lot of times, especially, they were most vivid when I lived in LA, maybe just because of the chaos that goes on around the violence. But I'm always protecting Courtney and the baby. A lot of times I'll have Frances under my arms and I'm fighting off people, and a lot of it has to do with either stabbing or shooting somebody, and zombies, and it's not always zombies, it's always seems to be like this apocalyptic war that's going on between the left and right wing.
Really?
Yeah, and
what are some like visuals?
It's not really as Mad Max as you'd think it was, you know, but it seems like, well, the last one that I had was just like 2 nights ago. We were in a very privileged part of the Hollywood Hills, and for some reason, because I'd been a rock star for years, they've accepted us into this community, and like Arnold Schwarzenegger is my next door neighbor, and I'm completely disgusted by the whole idea of living next to all these people, and I'm not really enjoying my life, but sometimes I'll take trips without the family down into the combat zone, which would be like Compton or something like that, where it's just total Mad Max degradation and people just fighting for their lives all the time. I mean, and it's all like an army. It's like the low class, the oppressed people are just starving to death on the streets, killing each other for a quarter, and they're just the world's way overpopulated at this point. But for some reason, I'm allowed to move around throughout the city and throughout these different zones, through tunnels and on expressway systems and there's always a guide with me, you know, to make sure that I get through these places, just so I can observe it and see what it's like. And sometimes I have to conduct business for some reason, like I have to invest in some old lady who is rich, and I have to buy her antiques from her to store them at my house or something. I'm kind of getting off of it though, because there are a lot better things.
It sounds really interesting. It sounds like all the ideas about what you have now versus who you were, you know what I mean, versus the responsibility to your family versus how the press has grilled you. I mean, they're all like totally swirling around in there, you know.
It's really, it just affects me so much. I wish I could somehow, maybe I should go to a psychologist or something and learn some kind of technique on how not to be so affected by it. Because I wake up in the morning sometimes after having these dreams, and these dreams just go and go and go. It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark or something, where it's just non-stop action adventure. It's non-stop death, killing people. I mean, you don't have a second to sit down and relax. It's always like hiding the baby in the closet, and people coming, busting through the door and shooting them, and then shooting at me. And
So you wake up
I'm always
exhausted.
with a team too, of like, you know, friends of mine and other people who are on the left wing side of the army.
Yeah.
And it's just it's horrifying sometimes.
Sounds
to
like
have
it.
to wake up in the morning and I feel totally physically drained from it. Like I've just ran, you know, a marathon or
I
something.
had this idea to write to write the story